right, taking questions from the floor, please raise your hands. Hello. All right, let's go ahead and do house right, second row.
Hi, Caitlin Kamani at the LA Times. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Andor is such an incredible series, and I think a lot of the conversation around it this year has been about the frightening parallels that we're seeing with our world right now. Can you speak to the way that what it was like to see audiences react to the parallels that we're seeing between the series and real life?
Well, I think, like I said in my acceptance speech, the audience seemed to engage on a level beyond watching. There was a core group of fans that know the canon of the show, and the canon of the show very much does involve a rebellion that's going on against an emperor who's just popped up. So there's everything that's in the show is resonating now more by chance than by design. We wrote the show or designed the show 3 years ago. So none of this was in our head. I know Tony, the creator of the show, is a student of history. And, you go back to World War II, you go to Stalin. These things are repeating themselves over and over. I see parallels. There's no question I do. And I understand when people talk about how they're feeling when they watch the show. I think we've given people a narrative to talk about politics in a more story-based way and given them something to think about. And in terms of the parallels, I guess I'm proud that we got to work on a show that has resonance. Thank you for that.
All right, thank you. Next question. Let's go ahead and do house left, first row. Thank you. Just to say your name and your outlet, please.
Hi there, Asia with CBS Mornings.
Morning.
First off, congrats.
Thank you.
Star Wars as a whole is just like a cultural icon, and you briefly touched on it before. What was it like creating something from that canon, from that lore that so many people like hold in their hearts?
Well, you have to go in with tremendous respect for the people that love the show, because there's a reason why they love it. We were always trying to service the fans first, to surprise them and give them things that were unexpected, but to not break canon, to not break things that were already established. Everything you do in the show can generate 10,000 comments instantaneously, so people really deeply care about this. I have to go to my brother Tony. Tony is the showrunner. I'm standing up here talking. It should really be my brother Tony standing here as the showrunner and the creator. I worked for him. He guided every one of us on the show and told us where to go. So I think he had a lot of trepidation going into a Star Wars show for that reason. He didn't want to F it up. But he took a gamble, like everybody else on the show took a gamble, including Bob Iger, God bless him, and it paid off. Thank you.
Okay, team, next we're going to go ahead and take a virtual from Eliana Feldkamp.
Hi, Eliana Feldkamp from
Hello.
Elle's Film Studio. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Andor really redefined what a Star Wars story could be, which I know you've already started to touch on. Winning this award for your writing specifically, what was the hardest truth or theme that you felt you had to push through to make the story resonate beyond the galaxy it's set in?
Well, it goes back to a concept that Tony had. For 40 years, people have loved Star Wars. What did they love? They loved the action. They loved the spectacle. They loved the Force. In a way, they were sort of wandering and touching the surface of Star Wars. There was not really a tremendous amount of looking behind the scrim and seeing what's going on. So coming onto the show, our job was to track ordinary people who are caught in extraordinary circumstances, who are making life-altering decisions based on beliefs. And I like to think that I live my life in some way on my beliefs. I believe there are things worth dying for. So writing the characters and writing the speech that Genevieve gave, that's holy ground to me, making decisions based on what you believe and fighting corrupt authority. I don't think there's really anything more important. So I just wanted to do justice to those beliefs, probably.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.